Welcome back. Joining me now is Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland. Senator, thank you for joining me on this sad occasion. You worked with Congressman Connolly in different capacities for more than 40 years. How has this loss impacted you?
Well, Michelle, this is a great loss. It's a great loss personally. He was a dear friend. It's a huge loss for everybody who lives in this region, Virginia, Maryland, the District of Columbia. He was an amazing champion for our area, including boosting Metro, the WMATA system. But he also was extremely knowledgeable about global affairs. And I first got to know Gerry more than 40 years ago. We served together as staff members on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. 40 years later, he served on the House Foreign Affairs Committee as a congressman, and I serve on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. And so we continued our work together 40 years later on all sorts of things, both local and international.
And I was reading through the comments on X today. It's just so overwhelming how many people felt this closeness to Congressman Connolly. In a very partisan Washington, Connolly seemed to have managed to make friends on both sides of the aisle. What did the House lose today?
Well, they lost a real giant of the legislative process. I mean, Gerry was somebody who knew inside and out how to get things done. As you say, he was respected across the aisle. He knew how to work to get things done. He also knew how to put up a fight where necessary, and he did that with gusto. He was an Irishman with a great big sense of humor and a very big heart.
And he was known in the House for his advocacy, his fierce advocacy on behalf of federal workers. How will you remember him?
Well, you're right. He always stood up for patriotic federal employees who do such important work on behalf of our country. And so I will always sort of carry Gerry's spirit in mind and in heart as we do this work right now, because as Gerry has said, right now, federal employees are being disrespected. People in the current administration don't appreciate the good work they do on behalf of the American people. That's why Gerry Connolly fought for those patriotic federal employees right to the very end, and we will certainly continue to carry that torch.
Senator Chris Van Hollen, I know there is a lot of work ahead in the weeks and months ahead on the Hill, so we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
And thank you for remembering Gerry. Great loss for our area, great loss to the country.
Absolutely, for the entire region. Thank you.